What's going on with it, man? You already know what it is and who it is, man. It's the masterpiece, mouthpiece, sinful to P. Speaking so fluently and eloquently in the spectacular vernacular called realism. One more again, and before I begin, allow me to give some information just in case if you decide to have a conversation with me later on. You can just simply go to Instagram, put in SIN 2 _ FUL, jump into the DM and let me know that you come from YouTube. You know what I mean? And also go to Facebook. I'm going to bless you with my government and my pavement. My government name, PHILLIPGILMORE. My pavement name is SINFULGILMORE. And also for Snapchat, you already know, man, it's only for the ladies. It's not, you know what I mean, for the fellas, man. You know what I mean? SINFULTHEP. You know what I mean? So please, fellas, stop requesting me. You know what I mean? Because I done said this innumerable times. And you'll still have some old male Jezebel, Wendy Williams ass nigga coming over to my Snapchat trying to request me. It's a waste of time. I'm not going to accept you. But get into this message. You know what I mean? I want you young P's to know, you know what I mean, that a lot of information that the older P's have, you know what I mean, it's good. You know, and it's still applicable even for this day and time. But some of you, some of them older P's will tell you things like, you know, you don't need no gun. The only gun that they had, you know what I mean, was they mouthpiece and things like that. You know, which is true. You know what I mean? Your tongue is your mouthpiece. It's your sword. And each and every day that certain P's go outside, they just depending on the mercies of God, you know what I mean, and they pimping. You know, but I want you to know that, you know, society and religiosity is against you. And the people, you know what I mean, and around you is against you. The people that's even professing to be the same thing as you is against you. You know what I mean? Some individuals feel like if they can't knock you for the brides that you presiding over, they will say anything and everything, you know what I mean, to them brides. Dirty Mac you, and if dirty macking don't work, if lying on you don't work, you know, some niggas will actually plot to kill you, to have you killed, just to take you out. And then some ain't even trying to plot on you to kill you just to have your bitch. Some is plotting on to kill you just because they jealous of you, just like a damn bitch. So just to keep that shit all the way 100, man, you know what I mean, I would say it's up to you whether or not you want one or not, you know what I mean, but definitely if you had a gun or some guns, I wouldn't look at you less of a P, you know what I mean, if you had it. You know what I mean? Some might consider you to be wise. You know what I mean? So, and then I'm going to just say this. There's certain situations that you're not going to be able to pimp past. Every situation you ain't going to be able to pimp past. Okay? If you constantly in the streets, if you constantly on the blade, you know what I mean? It could be a situation where you out there politicking, you know what I mean, with your niggas or fellowshipping with some pimping, and a nigga just know that you some pimping, or you just fly as hell, and he just come up and disrespect you. You know what I mean? And the reason why he disrespected you, because he could have been drunk, he could have been high, or you could have been doing your job. You could have been out there riding up and down the blade, sweating his bitch. You know what I mean? And he feel like tripping on you because he see that bitch just like a dope sack. He see you trying to take his work. He think that you trying to take food off his table and money out of his pocket. You know what I mean? So he not going to mentally respond like a pimp. He gonna emotionally react like a gangbanger or a stranger, you know what I mean, to the game. He gonna emotionally react like a bitch, you know what I mean, for you endeavoring to take his bitch from him. So, you know what I mean, you got some individuals, they not coming to really do no talking. They coming to sit up there, you know what I mean, for confrontation. They coming to kill your motherfucking ass. So in this day and era, for this day and time, you know what I mean, for a young P to have a gun or some guns, I'm not gonna look at you less or minimize your pimping or criticize your pimping just because you got a gun or some guns. No, because everybody not playing fair. And to actually sit up there and try to play an unfair game, you know what I mean, fair, is sometimes unwise. If you in the area, some of y'all be going to certain areas because certain restaurants that you like to go to, certain stores that you like to go to, you know what I mean, and that's what's up. But I just got to keep that thing all the way 100, man. You know what I mean? If you go into an area where the probability of you getting into some negativity is very high, you know what I mean? Please, by all means, man, because there's been a lot of P's to lose their lives, you know what I mean, to violence. And there's been some P's because they was with the bullshit, you know what I mean? They had to take a life, and now they basically, you know what I mean, serving a sentence and losing time within their existence simply because of some buster ass nigga. So it's every situation you ain't gonna be able to smooth your way out of. You ain't gonna be able to pimp past it. It's just some idiots out here that's really gonna try to press that line. And you either gonna fold, move away, or you gonna handle the situation. I say to you, the same way that you send a bitch, that's the same way that you can sit up there, you understand me, and send your niggas, you know what I mean, to sit up there and address the situation. The same way that you send a bitch out the door, that you strategize and organize and rationalize, you know what I mean, a plan, you know what I mean, to send that woman to seduce and reduce, you know what I mean, every man, you know what I mean, that got some money in their way. That's the same way, man, that you can sit up there and preside over your niggas that's with the bullshit to handle some shit. You don't got to put yourself in this situation and make provisions for you to be in incarceration and lose time out your life just because a motherfucker is hating on you, just because a motherfucker is lying on you, just because a motherfucker want to sit up there and assassinate your character, or, you know what I mean, sit up there and just got some shit with you and you don't even know why. Some of y'all in situations with people, and if I ask you why the situation even exists, you couldn't even give me a logical, meaningful reason because you don't even know. You just know the nigga a hater. You just know the nigga want to take you out. You just know the nigga he's just the embodiment of jealousy. And just to keep it real, it's either your life or his life. And there's certain situations out here in the streets, you know what I mean? That's why I say those of you that come from different Crip backgrounds, blood backgrounds, you might have used to be real active in the streets as a Blackstone, GD, you know what I mean? Whatever, Vice Lord. And that's why I say, just because now you involved in a lifestyle of pimping and whoring, that don't mean that you can't fellowship with your niggas no more, because you never know when you gonna need them. Because every situation, you ain't gonna be able to pimp past. You know what I mean? But what I will say is this, you know, before you sit up there and get niggas involved, because in today's day and age, niggas is snitching, niggas is telling, you know what I mean? And everybody tough, everybody a gangster until, you know what I mean, they being interrogated. Everybody a gangster until them people tell them that you facing 20 years and all of this shit. Now niggas is testifying more than Sister Anderson in Thursday night Bible study at Church of God in Christ. So you need to sit up there and actually really sit down, you know what I mean, and think about things. Don't move on things as far as your emotionalism. Always use knowledge and wisdom concerning each situation. You know what I mean? Because those that move on emotion and move on their anger, always remember when you're mad, when you, you know, very angry, you know, that ain't really the best time to be making a decision, because at that particular time, you cannot manifest your wisdom to its highest degree because of you being angry. So, you know what I mean, I just wanted you to just take into consideration, you know what I mean, of what I'm saying. Some of y'all in situations right now, you thinking about getting rid of certain people. You know what I mean? Hey, and another thing before I go, if a person is tagging you and they on some social media shit and you clouded up and they trying to use you because, you know what I mean, you clouded up and they not, you know what I mean, you know they not really on that, but you don't allow niggas to play with you like that, hey man, all I'm gonna say is don't ever sit up there and tag that man back or go back and forth with him on social media, because like I always say, they'll never have you as a suspect if he was never the subject on your social media. So don't be going back and forth on the internet while he sitting over there going back and forth on Instagram with some negativity. You get into some spirituality, you donate some money to charity, you sit up there and get into anything but negativity at that time, because when that nigga disappeared, you know what I mean, when they be like, man, what happened to that boy? You know what I mean? You ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Always think before you do something. You know what I mean? Always think before you put your niggas to do something, especially when you got niggas that ain't coming to fight. They coming to sit up there and like that movie say, disappearing acts. They come to bring expiration dates. And if you got them type of niggas, think before you do something. Think before you put them in this, that particular situation. You know, because you love your niggas as well. But just some things to think about, man. You know what I mean? Different eras. The game don't change, but these laws change. The game don't change, but these niggas do change, man. So it is what it is. I hope you live as long as you want, never want as long as you live. You're not going to be able to pimp past every situation. You're not going to be able to do the last scene in Belly in every situation. You know what I mean? So, you know, and to avoid these misunderstandings, have an outstanding understanding, and sometimes stay your rich ass or your clouded ass in areas that individuals is clouded up just like you and having money just like you. Stay away, you understand me, from these broke, jealous-hearted individuals that ain't got shit going on because they envy you, bro. I hope you live as long as you won't, never want as long as you live. Love.